Godspeed by Troyman. Troyman was one of the brightest stars to come from the hit Netflix show Rhythm and Flow Season 1. After a few delays, we finally have the new project, Godspeed. How is it? Here's our honest review of Godspeed by Troyman.
Godspeed by Troy Man. You know who Troy Man is, right?
Believe I do.
That dope ass rapper from Rhythm and Flow.
Yeah, man. I know about him.
Been putting in work for a while, man.
Yeah.
We did his last project.
Yes, we did.
This one was supposed to come out last year. I think I mentioned something about it coming.
You did. It didn't come.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Was disappointed too.
Yeah, man.
But it's here now, man. How you feel about this album artwork?
I like it a lot, man. Like the artwork, like the vibe of it. It's really dope.
Yeah, it has that Back to the Future-ish font. You know, not necessarily, but
I feel you on that.
I feel like it's inspired from that. I love the whole, what do you call that? The Northern Light style of lighting around the outside. You can see these things look like they're leaving something at a very fast speed, you know. Godspeed. Yeah, love it. The flow of this project, man, I feel like it was Troy Man kind of just, if you've listened to Troy Man before, he has a really dope style. And I feel like he just did his style of music on the project, even though there's a couple songs that I felt like some features could have worked on just because of the style the songs were done, which we'll talk about. But, you know, that's about it.
Yeah, he definitely sticks to his signature style. And that's something I'm not mad about because, you know, that's just what he is and everything like that. But you get, you know, a variety of topics over, you know, some good beats.
Highlights, man. Look, so Skinny Flow. When I heard that joint come on, well, first of all, let me back up because that Godspeed, first of all, I love the speech that's said at the beginning of the song. Yeah. And he's just talking about how if you're in fear of something, then you're really scared of something that hasn't happened, which means you're damn near on a border of almost being psychotic because it's like you're scared of something that doesn't even exist or hasn't happened, which means it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's a manifestation in your head. And it's just an interesting piece of literature or spoken word. And we come back to that at the end of Always Mattered as well. Well, actually, that's actually a spoken word session, and Homegirl destroyed that spoken word. I can't remember her name right now, but she absolutely destroyed that. But now Skinny Flow came in, loved the style that he had followed through that.
Nail Israel?
Okay.
I believe that's her name. Yeah.
There you go. Skinny Flow came on, and Troy Man kind of just did what he did on there. Different. I felt like that and Always Mattered, that kind of just reminded me of some T.I. style. Like T.I. kind of really worked on those records.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying that Troy Man didn't do his thing. He definitely did his thing. But if he did want to reach out to somebody for a remix, Tip Flow is perfect for either one of those. You know, Ferrari. Man, I was just like, you know who will work on this? Ace Hood, because he always talked about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? He said, I woke up in that Bugatti, you know, and then, you know, he talking about I woke up in a Ferrari. So, but I love the style of the beat. It's kind of got like a, I don't know what word I would use for that right now. But it's got a, I don't know. I lost the word. It's right there, floating up there. I just can't see it right now.
Gotcha.
But it's a great style. Love the whole idea of him kind of manifesting his dreams in a sense. Fuck with you, man. That beat was immediately hypnotizing. Love the skit at the beginning. Homegirl call, it kind of breaks it off, and I love the way Troy Man just attacks the beat.
Yes.
For the whole joint. And you know, the vibe, that also sounded like a song that I could just see as a super hype anthem that's got really dope features on it as well. I like to praise Troy Man's dope wordplay throughout this project, man, because he has some really dope punchlines and bars, some really good metaphors throughout as well. Great. Anytime he decided that he wanted to kind of harmonize, sing on the hook, it sounded just as good as I thought it was going to sound because he's just mastered that sound. We saw it all throughout Rhythm and Flow, and we saw it on his last project as well. Like, he's really good at creating on his own. Yeah. So shout out to Troy Man on that one.
Yeah, man. Godspeed was a great opening and transition right into Skinny Flow and different, man. I just really love, like you said, his wordplay, his energy is unmatched because I feel like with each of these songs, he's showing us how versatile he can be with his cadence, but his energy is always 100%, and I always appreciate that. Fuck With You was nice, and I really, really love the skit with Always Mattered.
Lowlights, man. I can't really think of much. I know initially as I was listening, I was just writing like, man, if he had a song that just was on a little brighter spectrum and then Always Mattered came on, and I was just like, yo, you know what? I'm tripping. He kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I love the whole take for that song. So as far as lowlights, I don't necessarily have a lowlight for Troyman, at least on this project. I feel like this was a solid offering all across the board. But that Always Mattered, man. It's damn near a Black Lives Matter song. Like, that song should be the anthem for the movement. And when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm not talking about the organization Black Lives Matter. I'm talking about the idea that Black Lives Matter. You know what I'm saying? It's two completely different things. Song is absolutely phenomenal. The bars throughout that joint, just kind of like the reaffirming that he's doing throughout the lyrics, and just talking about, you know, how he grew up and things of that nature. And just to have that long poem at the end, it just came off as a really strong record, especially for black men.
Yeah, man, it's hard for me to have any lowlights because every time I listen to him, he's always, giving us his all. And I feel like he's just bringing us more consistent music and everything. And that's what I can respect about him. I really just love the mindset that he's having when he's putting out this music, because he's giving us a nice balance. It's always like something to get hype with, something you can think about. And like you said, he'll get us with something, like Always Matter and everything like that. So he's doing all good in my book. He's giving us music that we consume.
Final thoughts, man. Look, I think Troyman is dope. All we need is a couple music videos, you know what I mean, like that. Can't wait to see what he ends up doing. Probably counseling or something in season 2 of Rhythm and Flow.
That'd be dope.
But as long as he keeps putting out consistent music like this and the last project that he puts out, I won't have any issues, and I'll continue to tell people to listen to Troyman's music.
Same here, man. I feel like, Troyman is just doing his thing. He hasn't, stopped the beat since the show and everything like that. He's still putting out consistent music. I follow him on social media. He's always on there and everything like that. So he's being consistent. He's doing what he wanted to do. He showed us everything that he wanted in Rhythm and Flow. He's been doing it consistently. So shout out.
Final grade, man. Look, as long as Troyman keeps finding this nice balance of ignorance, being real, and being himself, that's all. That's the key. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not getting too lost in either one, finding a way to balance out everything so that it's a proper, it's properly weighted. Yeah. So I'm going to give it a check. I think it's a really good piece of work right here. Great way to start out the new year, Troyman.
Same here, giving it a check. I feel like, if you're a fan of him, you're not going to be disappointed with this. And if you still haven't jumped in, another good point to jump in and check out the rest of his catalog.
Fuck you mean?